Petito principii is one of the classical fallacies known to the ancients. It's sometimes called the fallacy of begging the question. The fallacy consists of using in the argument something you're trying to establish as the conclusion. A common version of it uses a reworded conclusion to support something in one of the premises. Justice requires higher wages because it is right that people should be paid more. Now think about it. It sounds like an argument, but what it boils down to is saying justice requires higher wages because justice requires higher wages. Politicians sometimes fool themselves accidentally and others deliberately by using a petitio principii and begging the question in their own arguments. A common use is to have a general assumption put forward in support of a particular case, and that particular case is in fact no more than part of that general conclusion. The British government should ban the sale of that constable to an American museum because it should prohibit the sale of all works of art. It sounds like an argument, but the same case could be made for each individual work of art. Adding them together, we'd end up with no more than the government should ban the sale of all works of art because it should ban the sale of works of art. Arguments are supposed to appeal to things that are known and accepted in order to reveal things that are not already known and accepted. The petitio principii uses an unestablished conclusion, very often disguised, in support of an argument to that conclusion. Some philosophers tell us that everything can be defined in terms of its ultimate purpose. Yes, fine, but do note that if you've assumed a purpose, then there is behind it somewhere a purposive being whose purposes are being served. Do not be surprised at all if this type of argument leads you to prove the existence of a purposive being. That is because you assumed it at the outset. A word like promise is useful because it contains an ought tucked away there within its meaning. For greatest effect, you should combine the assumption of a general truth with a clever rewording of the conclusion. We should not sell arms to Malaysia because it would be wrong to equip another nation with the means of taking life. It looks like an argument, but in fact it boils down to we should not sell arms to Malaysia because we should not sell arms to anyone.
Madsen Pirie showing once more that if you know your fallacies, you can win every argument.